And welcome back, folks, to more Detective Pikachu. Last time we played, we were looking for the thief, the violin thief. We don't know who it is. Well, we have an idea, but we gotta run through the alibis first, and that's what we're gonna do right now. We're just gonna run around, talk to people until we find the real culprit. Yeah, Pikachu knows who it is. He won't tell us. He wants us to solve it. Well, Tim is doing all of this to find his father. Fortunately, we already know this. About Eakins and Magnemite. I wonder what the fight was all about in the first place. Not that it matters now. Looks like they've become friends. You wander around the dressing rooms during the rehearsal, right? You think you could tell us more about that time? About when it visited Olga. So you visited the dressing room for Perugli's partner, right? What happened then? Kiki. Someone kicked the door when you knocked. I'm betting that was Perugly. Kiki. Perugli's too narrow-minded. I'm pretty sure it was in a bad mood because you were pounding on the door. You should go make up later. When I visited Max, Creek. Perugli's partner got mad at you. You mean Olga was in Max's dressing room? Kiki. You got yelled at when you knocked on the door, you say. You heard, "Get out of my way." Was that really Olga? I mean, Olga said she was in her own dressing room, and Max didn't say anything about her being in his room either. Hey, Mimikyu, did you go into the dressing room at all? Kiki, you ran away as fast as you could. Well, I guess we have no way of knowing what really was going on then. It would have nothing to do with you as always. Man, it looks like it took the rejection hard. Don't be so depressed. I bet you'll get another chance soon. He's right. If you're that motivated, I bet everyone will realize you've got talent someday. Don't worry too much. Oh.
So there's a fake alibi, and there's Mimikyu's knock to consider too.
What are you thinking, Pikachu?
Yes, of course. It all makes sense now.
A bolt of brilliance! Tim, the culprit is...
Well, why don't you tell me who the culprit is? The culprit used a trick to make us believe he was somewhere else when he was actually backstage. A trick. That's right, Amelia provided an alibi for the culprit, so she can help us figure it out. Come on, Tim. Huh? There's something I'd like you to show me, Amelia. Sure, what do you need? You mentioned that you knocked on the doors for Olga and Max's dressing rooms when you visited them. Do you think you could show me exactly how? Well, sure, but it's not like I did anything special. I just knocked 3 times. Any staff member at GNN would do the same thing. So that's the trick the culprit used. Tim, now's the time to gather everyone in the studio. Yeah, I wonder who did it.
I figured out the truth behind the accident.
What are you saying? That one of us here is the culprit?
Yeah, just what do you mean the truth? We're all friends here. Can't say I appreciate the insinuation.
come on now. Let's allow Tim to speak his mind.
Thank you, Hero. Here it is. I'm not one to mince words. The culprit is...
Go on. You know who it is, don't you?
You know who it is. Ain't that right, Tim? It's Max.
Max, it's you. You're the one.
What? Oh, come on. Is this some kind of prank? What on earth would I have to gain from busting up someone's violin?
Nothing. If the violin really was broken. But it isn't broken. That one was a fake, wasn't it?
A fake violin? Oh, what an imagination. How could you come up with a theory like that?
You tell him, Tim.
Ain't that right, Tim?
We checked the pieces of the violin, but there wasn't a message on them anywhere. Karina told us that her violin had a message written on it from her grandfather, which means the broken one couldn't be hers.
A written message? I never noticed such a thing on it.
Right. That's because it's written on the inside. It's something only Karina could know, since she watched the violin being made.
Right. As a child, I played at my grandfather's workshop. He inscribed a special message for me, and it was written on the inside.
You see? And now that proves the broken violin must have been a fake.
But where's the real one?
I think Max probably knows.
But no, I haven't done anything. Listen, the whole time the violin was backstage, I was in my dressing room. How could I be in two places at once?
Oh boy, this is where you take down his alibi.
You tell him, Pikachu. Wait, you tell him, Tim. Chat in the dressing room. Mimikyu in the hallway. Olga in the dressing room. This one, right?
Actually, my guess is it was Chatot in the dressing room. You probably used a trick like this.
Gotcha! I'll be right out!
Oh, yes, that's exactly what I heard.
Admit it! Admit it!
Chatot, be quiet!
Yes, it was me.
You just made it seem like you were still in that room. And then you swapped the real violin that was backstage with the fake.
Oh.
You have to admit it! You have to admit it!
I had no choice. My popularity's been sagging. I wasn't sure the show would get picked up again. And if it didn't, I knew I'd be let go. I couldn't pay back my debts. I'd be finished.
Oh, Max. You were wrong. I was going to have you continue as our host.
What? But... everything I did.
I'm really sorry, Max. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to call the police.
What a fool he was. In the end, he was the one who didn't believe in his own talent.
Hey, you guys! I found the videos. What's wrong? Why is everyone hanging out here?
There was a murder. His career was murdered.
Culprit all along.
You know, a twist could have been nice. It was so... everything's so obvious. And the case is closed. Let's get back on track. Check the video.
Mako's finally back with the video. Let's go to the sub-control room and watch it. Maybe he'll show us some clues.
Yeah, maybe the Pikachu doesn't really talk at all.
Okay, let's check this out.
Let's play the whole thing through.
Charizard's in
Remember,
front. We've got a
keep
good
your
shot
eyes
of
on
it.
Charizard.
Yeah.
The daytime parade is now starting.
Everyone is excited to see the popular Pokémon of the park marching by. Who better to lead than Charizard? We've been told the theme of this year's
Hey,
parade is
look at that
dreams.
balloon.
Oh.
Charizard's eyes turn red.
Red Eyes Orange Dragon. Oh, killed him.
This is terrible.
I don't know, but it's a great scoop. But it's too dangerous. We need to get out of here. You're right. We have no choice.
That's the whole video.
Exactly how we heard it from the Pokémon at Fine Park.
Yeah,
Did you find out anything?
maybe. There was something I noticed.
Right, the scene with the balloon. Right there.
Better to lead than Charizard. We've been told the theme of this year's
The balloon
parade.
popped.
Maybe it had R inside. Tim, zoom in on the balloon, and then play it backwards in slow motion.
Okay.
It looks like a needle or something flew at the balloon.
You're right.
But where did it come from?
Come on.
Stop there!
Who dat?
That's Skorupi.
Skorupi.
And that man.
Right. The Pokémon at Fine Park told us a man with a Skorupi was after Harry.
You know, that looks almost like it could be Keith.
What? Keith was there? Working with you?
No, not with us. I don't think he was even working at GNN back then.
Mako's right. He only joined us about 6 months ago.
So, it was Keith who caused the incident? He's the one who went after my dad?
Looks like it. And he was hiding in plain sight. Let's
Son
go
of a...
capture Keith.
Would have thought Keith was the culprit. I mean, we didn't really have a positive ID there. We're just... Yeah, he even fooled us all. It's even possible that he knew about Max's plan and used it to try and take you out. Me? Think back to when the violin got busted. Why did we end up helping out in the first place? Well, because Keith had made a mistake about scheduling an assistant Pokemon, and that's right. And there was another suspicious point about his behavior. You know what that was? He showed Tim where to stand. I'm glad you remember. Keith told you to stand where I was going to bring out the violin. He must have known that was where the camera would fall. Think Keith and Max were working together? Not impossible. We can't rule it out anyway. Why would Keith? No, now's not the time to be asking questions. We need to catch Keith first. Let's go, Pikachu. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's split up. Can't believe Keith was the one behind that incident. It was really horrible. A lot of people in the Pokemon were hurt. But I made a misleading report because I wasn't able to see what really happened. I deserve the blame too. Amelia. That's why I'm going to do everything I can to help. Let's go, Tim. Hoot hoot. Hoot hoot. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do by using Pokemon, but we're not trying to let him get away with it.
Okay.
Let's split up and look for him. Oh. We already talked to you.
Hey!
I'm never gonna forgive Keith. I can't believe he was fooling us all this whole time. Fooling all of us this whole time. I swear I'm going to catch him if that's the last thing I do.
Right.
Leave the rest to me. You gotta catch Keith. He was a good worker. Got along well with the Yanma too. I can't believe he'd do this. I'll let Hiro know myself. I checked the cameras, but Keith isn't in the studio. He must have gone outside. Be careful. the chase music. What? There he is, Keith. Don't let him get away. I thought he was outside the studio. Blast, where'd he go? Pikachu, look. To the roof. Let's go. Get your gat out.
Stop, Keith. You can't get away.
Get away.
We'll just have to see about that now, won't we? Skorupi, keep them busy.
Scar.
Super skillful sniper.
Tim, watch out for its poison sting.
Capture Keith. Oh my god.
You missed. Oh well, help is on its way. Perfect timing, Neuburn. Now, could you blast them away?
Get down low, Tim.
Pikachu! I refuse to believe that this chunky boy would fly off.
Oh, what was that?
Hey, thank you, Rusty.
Tim, are you alright?
Get the gun!
Reinforcements. Neuburn, time to go! Farewell, detective. I hope you'll go easier on me next time.
What? I can't believe he got away.
Got away.
All that work for nothing.
Nope. It wasn't for nothing, Tim. Look at this.
Huh? The locket?
That's right. Not just any old locket. It has a little secret.
What do you mean?
Well, unless I'm mistaken, this locket should contain a clue left by Harry. He got away this time. Too bad. You never know. There could be a clue hidden in this locket.
Good thing we had that locket. Oddly convenient. Chapter 7, Rhyme Wharf. Wharf? He's remembering.
That same dream again.
Pikachu, what's up? It's way too early.
Pikachu, shut the fuck up. Trying to sleep.
Tell me about it. I'm so sorry to wake you, but I think I'm forgetting something. I promise. Hey, Tim! Tim!
Are you ready, Tim? Let's head over to Baker's place. They should be done with their analysis of the locket. Yeah, that locket we gave them yesterday. I wonder what kind of secrets it held. Who knows? Let's hope it had some clue for us. Hey, were you eating chocolate on the desk again? I get hungry when I use my brain. Oh, Pikachu. The entire sleeve of Oreos. and then puked on the bed. Pikachu?
Thought the locket was a camera.
What?
Here they are, the pictures we developed from it. And you know what this tells me? Harry almost had it figured out.
Look at that.
Yep, that's most likely R. And some warehouses, too.
It's too bad we can't tell where this is.
You know, I've seen this building before. This is Rhyme Wharf.
We'll go check it out. The culprits could still be there. Maybe using it as a hideout.
I don't know. Got no backup?
Oh, brother. I hope he doesn't start with that whole "it's too dangerous" spiel.
All right, take Excelgor with you.
Huh?
You remember, it's my partner. I'm not gonna tell you to stop investigating, Tim. But since you were attacked at the TV station, it's the very least I can do.
Since your Pikachu's so useless.
Quite dependable. If you run into any trouble, send it back and I'll get help.
Excel!
We will, Mr. Baker. Excelgor, thank you.
Selgor.
Tim, wasn't this guy really shy before? Hope it's not a problem.
We'll be on our way.
Well, I guess we don't have much of a choice, do we?
Rhyme Wharf is a killer rap name.
I'll teach you the basics of detective work.
Klingon rap. Oh, it's time to talk to...
Yes.
Amelia. No, what's her name again?
Fletch?
Klingon? No. Amanda. That's right. Amanda Hug and Kiss.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was.
No kidding.
Let's look for that area in the photo.
A yacht?
Wow, what a huge ship.
It's probably here for the parade today.
Now that's a true luxury liner. I'll bet the food is really good too. Not to mention the coffee afterwards.
Selgor Sal.
What? Bitter? Coffee is practically a detective's trademark.
Selgor.
Pikachu, what are you doing?
Just giving Excelgor a lesson.
Tim is so done with Pikachu.
Right.
Anyway, we should probably start gathering testimony.
Selgor. Selgor Sal.
Huh? Oh, where's Excelgor going?
It said it's not good at communicating.
I guess it really is shy.
Well, that's no good. It's supposed to be here helping us out.
Hey, Tim! Tim!
I swear that Excelgor. Well, I hope you know why we're here. Why did we come here? To investigate the warehouse. To go on a cruise on a luxury ship. You were curious about that ship too, huh? Still, it has nothing to do with today's investigation. Investigate the warehouse. That's right. To investigate the warehouses, we need to find the exact warehouse that's in Harry's photo and see what it can show us. I can't get the deep Pikachu voice today. First, we need to find a good look at the photos. We need to have a good look at the photos and figure out what we need to ask. Huh, we only have one photo. What happened to the rest of them? Oh, I kept the photo of the warehouse, but Excelgor is holding on to the rest. What? How are we supposed to gather testimony? Well, I guess we need to find Excelgor first then. I bet it'll come out if we go to an area with fewer people. Take a break and use a chimney as an inhaler. Well, guess I don't have a choice.
Let's start by gathering testimony.
Have you guys ever went on a luxury cruise ship? And would that interest you? Because I don't know, being stuck on a ship for like 12 days. I don't know about that. Could you not just disappear on all of a sudden? We're a team, right? Now let's see what clues we can find in those photos. He's a pretty buff guy. Yeah, his shoulders seem twice as wide as mine. That's not really hard there, Tim. You're shaped like a pencil. If you do, you'll save us. Gee, thanks. I feel so much better now. Are you asking us if you want us to go with you? No. I'm trying to make conversation here. Yeah, it's not clear if they were just unloaded or about to be loaded on the ship, but it looks like he was definitely a Rhymeorph. I'm trying to fill in the time here. There's a date here. A week before Harry had his accident. It's pretty clear this guy's involved with R too, since he bothered to take a photo. The date. It's the day Harry had his accident. So Dad came here before the accident. Maybe you were with him. Yeah, I can't remember anything, but maybe this is where Keith noticed us. Is that the stuff from the warehouse? Yeah, it seems like they're moving it out. There's a man by the entrance. Looks like they're opening the gate. Yeah, they have the whole place fenced off. Pretty heavy security. It's a warehouse. Could be their hideout. We need to find that building and see what they're hiding. For that, we need to gather testimony. Excel. You leave that to us. Don't worry. That was the plan to begin with. Is he one of the workers at the warehouse? Looks like he's giving orders to the Pokemon. It's Keith. Yeah, and he sure looks full of himself here. He's the guy who acted all spineless at GNN. The date says this was taken 3 days before my dad's accident. Let's see. Sounds like Harry was really staking this area out and trying to get to Keith. Why do we need to find Excelgor when we're talking? Well, we already did find Excelgor. I wonder who he is. It looks like he was speaking with Keith. Must be one of Keith's men. Let's see if we can find out more about him too. Got the Bagelathon rankings in, and I agree with them. In particular, Oyaji Hunter. Oh, really? Let's see. The date and time on this one is, hey, it's the day of my dad's accident. Looks like it was taken 12 hours before it happened. Sneaking into their hideout like that. Harry shouldn't have been so reckless. But I was there too? I can't remember anything. Guy doesn't have anything. He must be a supervisor. Like they're carrying things that don't go on the conveyor belt. Yeah, but man, look at those Pokemon. I bet they're all sweaty and stinky. Uh-oh, stinky. Looks like things are being carried into the warehouse by the conveyor belt. Those are pretty small boxes. I wonder what's in them. Must be the second floor. Yeah, the first floor is some kind of workshop. It looks like the second floor is storage. Is this guy a scientist? I had thought Carlos was the only one working with R, but I guess they had other help too. Yeah, Carlos had given Keith his research data, right? I wouldn't be surprising if Keith had shared that data with this guy. Love Simulator was a G? That's right. It was god awful. I 11 hours before my dad's accident. 11 hours, man in a lab coat. What's wrong, Pikachu? Spacing out there. Excel. What do you mean, be more serious? I'm always serious. Wonder what those machines are for. Could they be the machines that made R? Who knows? What's wrong, Pikachu? You've gone awfully quiet. I don't know. I just looking at this gave me the feeling that I have something important to do. Is it a memory of when you came with Dad? No, feels too odd for that. Was the tier list at 1400 today? Yes, it was at the start of the first stream. Went through all the games in the Bagel-thon. This has to be R. I didn't realize they made so much of it. Yeah, Harry must have found this somewhere in the hideout. Excel. Check the time. 10 hours before Dad had his accident. Is this inside their hideout? But what could have happened? Is this when he was found out by Keith? That's me, right? Yeah, you must have been with him too. You don't remember anything? I don't remember anything. Looking at this photo makes me feel uneasy. Machoke. Macho. You're bored because the ship hasn't arrived? You want to get to work, huh? About the work. Match. Your job is to move the containers off the ship, huh? Oh, it's good training? Macho. And it makes everyone happy. Well, that's good to hear. Hey, are you taking a break too? Not a lot to do until the next ship comes in, eh? About the warehouse. Oh, you need to find this warehouse because you're looking for someone, huh? Sorry, the photo doesn't really tell me much. There's so many warehouses around here. Oh, I see. Are there really that many warehouses around the wharf? Well, yeah. It's called the warehouse area for a reason. Oh, I know. Take a look at this. A map. Thank you. Oh, you can have it. Have a look here. 3 areas around the wharf are full of warehouses. It's only 3 areas. I think we can cover them all. How many warehouses are there in total? I'd say about 100. That many? Yeah, each area has at least 30 warehouses. We'd be here for days if we wanted to check all of them. There's 3 warehouse areas, and there's about 100 warehouses in total. Can't check all of them. I don't think I've seen these people before. Sorry, can't be more of any more help.
Tim!
According to the map, the warehouse district around Rhyme Wharf is divided into 3 areas. Yeah, and each one looks pretty big. Now, how do we find the exact warehouse that's in the photo? I think we need more information. I agree. Let's find out more about the warehouse district itself first. You want to know about the different areas? I don't know much about Area A, but areas B and C are storage areas for oil. I'm in charge of unloading the oil tankers, so I go to those areas all the time. Let's see, thanks for the info.
Looks like they store oil in these warehouses.
Thank you, Pikachu. Thank you.
Marjo.
Oh, there's a Rattata. I know that guy. Gen 1er. What do you run around for? Rattata. What? You want to get on the ship? You mean that container ship there? Rattata. Oh, so there's a lot of tasty things on board. Please, don't tell me you're thinking of sneaking in there as well, Pikachu. Of course not. I may like good snacks, but not enough to become a stowaway. You're trying to get me on the ship if you're trying to get into the ship by climbing the rope, but you always get bounced back near the end. There's some kind of decoration or something on the rope. That must get in the way. Yeah, you're never gonna get in if you keep trying the same approach. See, if you don't succeed the first time, you need to stop and think about why and change how you go about it. If you keep that up, eventually you'll succeed. Get it? Rattata. Yeah, that's the spirit.
Sal!
What am I doing? I'm waiting for the notice to come in. See, I'm in charge of communications between the container ships and the dock crew. So once we got the goods ready, I send the notice to the ship staff. What do you mean send? Do you just shout it out? Or is there some kind of signal system? Oh, we use Pelipper. Who? We put the notice in its beak and have it fly over to the ship. You're looking for this warehouse. Sorry, I can't help you there. All the warehouses in this area look pretty much the same. I see. Well, thank you anyways. It's such a huge place. Each of the areas deals with different goods. I think areas A and B deal with machinery mostly. Oh, thank you.
This is where they store machinery.
The Pokemon slavery preventing the advancement of technology. That reminds me. Have you looked into the Pal World game? I want to know if I recognize these people. Yes, if you know even one of them. I've seen this pair somewhere. Really? Tell me. Anything you remember? 2 months ago, they were unloading a machine from the ship. A machine? What kind of machine? I don't remember what it looked like, but it must have been expensive. The scrawny guy in the photo kept nagging the carriers not to damage it. What in the world did Keith bring in? I bet it has something to do with R. Hey, I'm unloading here.
Pella, 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 pella.
Its beak is extra large.
Pella, pella.
Think Pikachu could fit in there? About the work. Pelly Pelly. It says it's a carrier. It takes letters in its mouth and delivers them to the ship. Wouldn't that be filled with saliva though? All the way up there. Seems like a lot of work. Yeah, I'm impressed it just doesn't swallow the letters. That's it? The guy up there. Hey guy. Hey guy. Wait, little Rattata here. So you're trying out a new approach, like I said? What's your new method? Rattata. If you fail, you'll try a different rope. Rattata. Yeah, that's good. Hang in there. You'll succeed eventually if you don't give up. That's right. Pokemon with guns. Get the gat.
Marshal.
Huh. So what's the plan here?
Wow. This is a huge freighter, isn't it? You know, stuff from all over the world gets brought to this port.
Wow, Pikachu. Amazing.
There are 3 areas with warehouses. But where's the warehouse in the photo? Let's gather information.
Oh. Hey you, it's dangerous around here. We're loading the containers right now. Try not to get in our way, okay? You want to know which warehouse it is? You'll need more to go on than a photo. Might help to figure out what kind of goods are stored there. Oh, sorry, thanks for the advice. Seems like a photo isn't enough to get a lead. Each area handles slightly different goods. I think areas A and C deal with food. Thank you.
Well, it looks like these warehouse areas store food.
Hey, I know this blonde guy. Could you tell us more about him? He drops by pretty often to load up on the goods. Do you know where he comes from? I'd guess either Area A or Area B. Why do you think so? Because he always comes from the south. The southern road connects the areas A and B. Yeah, but he could be throwing people off there. Machamp? You don't work? You only have fun. Oh, I get it. You work as a carrier. Champ. It's not so much work, but more of a hobby? Yeah, I guess that's good.
Hey, Tim!
Sounds like the man in the photo with Keith has something to do with the warehouses after all. Wonder who he could be. We were told he comes here often to load up. That's right. If we can figure out what's in the containers he deals with, we might be able to narrow down where their warehouse is. Let's look at the containers. You need to know what goods he deals with? Well, I can tell you he always uses blue containers. I don't know what's in them, though. Thank you very much. Hey, don't mention it. You know, I bet the bot shop would know more about him than I do. They were staring at him a while. Last time he dropped by, it must be his muscles. Who's scoping him out. Nice quads, bro.
So.
Do you know anything about the containers this guy deals with? Champ. He was speaking to one of the Machamp you work with. Thanks for the info. Yeah, I take it you work here too? Champ. You enjoy every minute of it, huh? Definitely got a lot of energy. Yeah, very dedicated. Sorry to bug you while you're working. We're trying to find out about what this guy deals with. Champ. He asked you to carry some of his containers, really? Champ. You wouldn't forget a person with such wonderful muscles. Well, what kind of luggage did he have you carry? It smelled really bad. Champ. Oh, you got too excited and accidentally dropped the container, huh? And its contents went everywhere. Made the whole area stink. You got scolded by the guy too, huh? Sounds like you had a rough time. I wonder what the contents were. It was probably oil. You want to know more about the container the man in the photo was dealing with? Well, I only saw it once. I can't say much. Anything about the goods handled in this area in general would be very helpful. Oh, I know a bit about that. They sorted by color. The blue containers have, you know, I can't remember. Let me check with the guys on the ship. Hey, Pelipper. Pelly. You should fly over there and with this letter. Pelly. Tossed one in as well, played for 10 minutes and couldn't catch one fish. Welcome back, Pelipper. See, you brought the response with you. Thanks, Pelipper. Well, kid, we got the answer right here. Blue containers are for food, red ones are for oil, and the green ones are for machinery. Thank you very much for everything. It was a huge help. That letter was all slimy with drool. Is this how they always communicate? Container the man's dealing with in the photo doesn't ring any bells. Know anything about the goods around here in general? Could you please tell us? I do see Rattata sniffing at the containers that are lying around. I wonder what's that all about. That's strange.
Macho.
Too busy with your own containers? Didn't notice anything else? What kind of containers do you carry? Mock. They're square, you don't say. Macho. They're super heavy and perfect for training. Oh. Do you think I'd enjoy carrying them too? No, I'm good. What color are the containers? Red, huh? Well, thanks. Red containers are heavy. You sure sniff around the containers a lot. Something about them interests you? Rattata. The blue container has a really strong smell. They're checking the other containers to see if any of them smell too. Does it smell that good? Rattata. Oh, it's not like that. It's really strong, but it grows on you. Wow, the blue containers must really stink. They got that stench. They got that stink. So I guess it wasn't oil.
I'm wondering what kind of stuff this man works with. Is there any testimony about that?
Well, it's very stinky goods. Blue containers give out a powerful odor. And blue food, red oil.
What stuff is that man working with?
Food.
We were told that whatever it is the man deals with is very smelly. Also, it's the blue containers that smell. From that, we can conclude the man in question is dealing with the blue containers. The blue containers held food.
Oh my god. Pikachu. Yeah, I've got a feeling X-Files were very close to the end. Like the story was like it was slow building, and then it's like, yeah, you know what? Screw it. Everything's happening now. It's about time you open up your case notes and think about it. Man, do I have to?
Regarding the warehouses, let's look at what we know. Which testimonies will help us? Now let's think. Which area is it that has the warehouse we see in the photo?
It's south, and it has food.
I know where it is. The only warehouse area that stores food and is accessible from the southern path is Area A. Okay, let's head there now.
We did it! Now we're detecting.
Now, it's time to get moving, huh? So no more dawdling.
Based on the photos left by my father, we headed to the warehouse area.
Yeah, this looks like the warehouse in the photo.
Look at all that security. Something fishy's going on.
We've got to get in somehow.
Oh, check that out.
You mean the window? It's open, but how are we gonna get to it?
Selgor! Says it's doable.
Huh?
We can do it, Tim. Together.
Huh? What? All right.
Pikachu, you weigh 50 pounds.
We can do this, partner. I'm the brains and you are the brawn, right?
Huh?
Wait, what's that sound? Tim, let's go.
My back. My freaking back. Let's get a box.
We'll use this truck as cover and sneak in. Now!
Oh my god, we're Metal Gearing it.
We did it.
Of course we did. With teamwork, we can make the impossible possible.
So what do we do now?
Stay hidden and keep moving.
That's very valuable cargo. Don't damage it.
Mordro. Good. Now we need to jump over there.
This is harder than I thought.
Oh, nobody's gonna hear someone jump on a truck.
How rude. This should be easy. Movies always have scenes like this.
Kong! What the hell was that?
This isn't a movie, you know.
Matang.
Hey, what was that?
Selgor.
Over there?
What was that noise?
Selgor.
That upper body strength.
Oh, that was hard. You know,
Pikachu's literally me.
Selgor.
Oh, come on.
Do nothing and feel out of shape. Well, that was really rough. Well, we managed to get in. Well, now we'll have a look around quietly, though.
watch out. When you investigate, do it without getting caught.
Thank you, Detective Pikachu. No, I wanted to get caught because...
All right, keep it moving.
Meta.
Come on, pick up the pace.
Meta.
Pikachu, look at that guy.
Oh, it's the same one from the photo.
Hey, come here. Anything to report?
No, nothing out of the ordinary.
Good. Mr. Norman wants us to keep the security here extremely tight. Don't even let a Rattata through.
A Rattata, all right?
Did you hear that? Keith Norman. So this must be...
Yeah, their base of operations. Now, let's have a real good look around. Hey,
Seems like we're the only ones on this floor. It's a good chance to scope out the first floor, but be careful, don't get caught. Why don't you go check out what them Rattatas are doing? Better not want a piece of me. Matchup. Closing the lids. Workers are here. Man, they look unmotivated. Even the Pokemon here look more energetic. Hey, it's a 9 to 5, all right? If you worked in a warehouse, you would know. It does look like more like a factory than a warehouse, doesn't it? Power board. We should be able to switch off all the power to the warehouse from there. Ladder. We would be able to get down to the first floor from anywhere if we had it. Not like we can go and get it though. Let's try and figure out some other way. I think we should wrap our investigation of this area, otherwise we might get caught. I wonder what that is. Oh, Pikachu, don't lean out so much. It's dangerous. Oh, come on, I want to see what it is. Up, just a bit more. Spin. Spin-a-rack. What the? It's your thread that was bothering me. Pikachu, if you're not quiet, they'll find us. Spin, spin. What do you mean he's right? It was your fault in the first place. Sheesh. What's up with this Pokemon? Spin. Oh, so there's something tasty on the first floor. So you snuck in to get some. Spin. I see. The increase in security made it difficult for you to grab a snack, huh? Spin, spin. And you were hanging down to scope things out. Spin. You want to get down on the first floor, huh? Well, that's something we've got in common. Pikachu, if you keep talking, the workers will see ya. Sorry. Spin-a-rack. How about we go somewhere less obvious? You go to the floor above. The Spin-a-rack managed to sneak in too. Yeah, but more importantly, I hope you're taking notes quickly before you forget.
Look at the Machamp. They sure are busy loading things up.
Hey there, seems like you're having a tough time with the security here. What exactly is this treat you keep going on about? Spin, spin. It's in the boxes. Machamp carries? It smells really good. Does it mean the food they make here? We were told it smells really bad. I think so. Well, to each his own, I guess. About its thread. You just hang around like that all the time? Your thread must be pretty strong. It can even support the weight of a person. Wow, that's pretty convenient. You think you can pull me up? Not for free. You want a treat in exchange? Well, aren't you spin. Opportunistic. There we go. I couldn't figure out how to say it, but now I did. Those must be the guards. What are they talking about? Hey, anything unusual? Nothing to report. Good. Keep your eyes open. Yeah, the manager doesn't want even a rattata getting inside. That's not good. They seem to be on high alert. We better keep our distance, huh? They're still talking. Hey, do you know what's going on in the room in the back? Oh, I guess they told you to stay away from that place too, huh? Didn't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I told you, but they're incubating something. What do you mean? Not sure myself. I overheard Mr. Norman talking to the manager. They said it can only be done by someone they got here. Something like that. Don't tell anyone, okay? Got it. Sounds like something we shouldn't be messing with anyways. So Keith does come here. I wonder if that man we saw is the factory manager. He must be. And they said they're incubating? That's the word for growing more cells or something, right? The only thing like that related to R is, I think we're on the same page there. It's got to be Mewtwo cells. Whoever's incubating them is in the room in the back. They got more to say. Hey, have you seen it today? Not yet. Maybe it'll come back in a bit. I can't wait. It's so nice, you know? It really warms my heart. Maybe I'll give it a treat again. What are they talking about? We said something about treats. Maybe it's a kid in a place like this? All right, stay sharp. There's stairs there, but if we go down, they'll see us. Yeah, the security guards aren't slacking off. Knock them out. That's our last resort. No, it's not any kind of resort. We need to handle things quietly. Looks like this is the only way in or out. Yeah, I guess they have it open in order to ship stuff out. I think we've seen all there is to be seen here. If we linger too long, we'll get caught. Right. We sure found out a lot. You can say that again. Make sure you got it all written down so we don't forget.
We need to check the floor below, but there are guards on duty. If we try going down the stairs, we'll be caught right away.
It's the man in the photo. It looks like he's in charge here. Does he stand there and keep an eye on the workers all day? Man, this is one place I never want to work in. Hey, they're talking about something. Today's my first day, sir. Yes, thanks for joining. I'd like to explain what we do at this factory first. Yes, sir, I'd love to hear it. This warehouse is a factory? Well, we could do with an explanation too. Let's hear what he has to say. Do you know what we make here? No, sir, I don't. What? You didn't even do a bit of research? We make health food. I'm sure you've seen the commercials, you know. So smelly, you know it's good for you. Oh yeah, I know. That commercial with Max and Chatted. So it's not just R they make here. Quite the elaborate camouflage. So the stinky container was health food, huh? I don't care how good it is for you. I don't get why they're making something so smelly and awful. Still talking? And that's what you'll be doing, got it? Yes, sir, got it all down. Good to hear. Oh, I almost forgot, this is very important. Be sure to never, ever touch the switch next to the conveyor belt. Yes, sir, but, can I ask why? That switch controls which direction the conveyor belt is moving in. If you accidentally bump it, It'll cause a lot of problems. What do you mean? Oh, a newcomer pressed it by accident a while back and immediately got fired. All the products were sent back to the room next to this one and made a complete mess. We were able to get up and running in a few hours, but man, the manager blew his top, yelling about how we didn't need even more work to do. Sounds terrifying. I'll be more careful. So the factory manager took charge of getting things back in order. Pikachu, they're still talking. Hey, ask one question. What is it? I noticed that door behind me. What's going on in that room? Everyone seems to be avoiding it. Oh, that room. Between you and me, there's a scientist in there. Some kind of new product research? Who knows? The only thing the manager told us is to steer clear at all costs. Bet it's some kind of new product. I'd love to know more about it, sir. I'd be happy to take part in experiments even. Forget it. Trust me, you don't want to be heard talking about this. You could get me fired too. Hear that? Yeah, they mentioned a scientist. That must be the man in the lab coat. And he's in that room. That's where the research is. Stuff keeps coming from the room in the back. This must be the switch. It's what they use to switch the direction it moves in. It's a fire alarm. I bet things would get interesting if we set it off. There you go, with your crazy ideas, it would be chaos. And that's exactly what we want. Go, Excelgor. Excel. No, wait, Excelgor, he was joking. Wait, Excel. Oh, I'm glad you listened. Are we closer to the end? Oh, no. No. This must be an inspection. Looks like they're checking for defects before replacing things. And it seems like there's a lot of defects.
The man in the photo looks like the factory manager. The man in the lab coat's in the next room over. But is that where they're making R? Right, so that's that.
All right, now you need to plant C4 on the structure. You gotta plant C4 on the load-bearing beams. Didn't see any way to get down to the first floor. Neither did I. Although we did get some interesting information. Yeah, maybe it's time we change our thinking. Can't get to the first floor. Maybe we should just explore this floor some more. Kudos Lucky staying conscious during this playthrough. I've played through worse, don't worry.
Wait. Someone's coming.
This way, Pikachu. Looks like it's a Pokémon.
Don't let it see us. Let's stay and watch what it does.
Pikachu, do you think it's okay to try and help it?
Yeah. If it decides to cause trouble, we can handle it.
He's a weakling.
Hey, you all right? Seems like a nice Pokemon.
Yeah, you're right. Huh? What's all this?
A lab coat.
Hey, maybe you can let us know what's going on.
Before I rough you up. Are you a Pokemon that works here? We have a few questions for you. Lab coat. I saw you had a lab coat in that basket. Do you know anything about the scientist? Pan? Oh, he's your partner. Pan? Simon. That's your partner's name? Oh, and his clothes were starting to smell, so you washed them for him, huh? Such a dedicated Pokemon. Do you think this man in the photo is his partner? Probably. Is this your partner? Is your partner the guy in this photo? Pan? That's what I thought. What's Simon doing here anyway? Pan. Research? Well, that figures. He's a scientist. Do you know anything specific? And he doesn't seem to enjoy his research since he came here. You're allowed to come and go as you please, but he hasn't been outside in months. I wouldn't know that feeling. How is that possible? Pan. Tough looking guy is always watching. I guess the factory manager. So Simon is being forced to continue his research. Definitely seems that way. You don't like him because he's the factory manager? Because he's always rushing Simon to get stuff done? And he always looks so scary, huh? What's he trying to get Simon to do? Pan. Forcing Simon to make something. They said something about cells. Must mean Mewtwo cells. But wait, in that case, we were told there are only 2 people in this world who can incubate Mewtwo cells. Dr. Walls himself and his lab assistant. So that must mean Pansage's partner is Wall's former assistant. What? Exactamundo. Hey, Pansage. Did Simon ever work with an old man with a white beard? Pan? A long time ago, they worked together. I knew it. Pan. He seemed to enjoy his work back then. Don't worry, Pansage. We'll find out the secret of this factory and make sure you guys can go free. If there's anything you know about this place, we'd love to have the info. Pan. So the factory manager is scary, but the other workers aren't so bad, huh? Pan. They seem really happy when they see you and give you some treats and stuff. Oh, and the security guards must have been talking about Pansage earlier. Gets along with the workers. Well, I think we're getting a good idea of what to do next. We need to get to Simon's room. You know where to go, right? It's at the far end of the first floor. We need to find Simon and hear what he can tell us about R, plus figure out a rescue plan. Right, but how should we get down to the first floor? Good question. We do have just one little problem. It's heavily guarded. That's right. They've got the place pretty well covered right now. But think of it this way. We only need to deal with the factory manager and the 2 guards to get through. Yeah, I'm starting to think we can do this. So as long as we have the right plan. Oh, you've got an idea then. Rush right in. Get help from the Pokemon and give up and go home. Darn, which one is it? That might work. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Pansage will be happy to help us, and Spinarak wanted to get down to the first floor, so it might be willing to help us too. Who else? Excel. Excelgor, of course. You're part of the team too. Excelgor's speed will definitely be a huge help. Let's figure out a way to get down there. Super speed. Okay. I'm probably gonna get a, hey Tim.
need to get to on the first floor? It's in the back part of the building. So we'll have to decide who's gonna distract the guards.
Sneak down. Who can we sneak down to the first floor? Pensage. Who can distract them? Spinner rack. No. Distract them. Pensage. Sneak down to the first floor. Spinner rack. Other guy.
Interesting you'd think that.
Why would you say that? We did it!
Okay, got it. Hand Sage will get the guards' attention. And during that, Excelgor will turn on the conveyor belt. While everyone is busy dealing with all of that, we'll use Spinnerack string to make our way down to the room. That sounds like a great plan.
Of course you already knew that, Pikachu, didn't you? Are you ready? We're counting on you. Sell, pan, spin. Alright, let's do this. Oh my god. Worked out just fine. Now let's use the thread to go down. Spin, spin. Hurry up with the treat. Promise we're working on it. We'll get it to you. Be patient. Here we are. Let's go, huh? And pan. You really helped us out earlier. Our plan worked thanks to you. Pan. You'll introduce us to Simon, thanks. Simon Yen.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
No way. Could those be Mewtwo cells?
What? How do you know about these? Who are you?
Oh no, the factory manager.
We're working this case. Don't worry, we're on your side.
On my side?
Yo, Doctor. Hope all is going well. It is almost time, you know?
Of course, no problems.
Aw, don't look so sad, Doc. This is the last shipment, and once it's done, you're free to go. I'll let you get back to work.
I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
So, did you mean it when you said you were on my side? And how did you know about the cells?
Sorry to have surprised you. We actually got the info from Walls. Dr. Walls? You mean the same Walls who was the first director of PCL? That's right. If he mentioned the cells to you, then that means he really trusted you. You said you were looking into the incidents? That's right. Uh-oh, I missed that. But it doesn't seem like you're a scientist. Why this interest in R? Well, my dad's a detective, and he was investigating the incidents involving Pokémon. But he's gone missing now, and we followed the information he'd left behind, and it led us to R. You see, seems like you're a pretty good detective yourself. You'd be doing me a favor if you solved this case too. About 6 months ago, a tall man brought me here, and has had me make R ever since. That's terrible. But wasn't there some talk of your being freed soon? Yeah, apparently the factory will be moving soon. All I need to do is assist them until then. Not that I believe they'll really let me go, though. If they're telling the truth, R is not something that should exist in this world. I'm happy to help you out. I mean, they're gonna kill him, obviously. Dump him in the river.
Yes.
Ask me anything. Reddit. Ask me anything. He was the director of PCL when I first joined. Eventually, he started to let me help out with his own research. Even the explosion at PCL is half my fault, but the professor took full responsibility and left. I see. I wanted to follow him, but he wouldn't let me. Seems like he was able to find a nice quiet place to settle down in. It's good to hear. I've been worried about him ever since the accident. Mewtwo cells. R was created using Mewtwo cells, right? Dr. Walls told us there was some mistake. And they were used instead of Mew cells. That's right, we made a mistake. Mew is a very rare Pokemon after all. Dr. Walls looked everywhere he could to get a hold of its cells. He must have been tricked by someone. Not everyone can be trusted, unfortunately. It's horrible. I regret it to this day. That's how we ended up creating the terrible substance known as R. Dr. Walls told us that the effects of R were likely caused by Mewtwo's Berserk gene. Tell us about the Berserk gene. What exactly is this Berserk gene, though? In order to explain that, I'll need to tell you more about the Pokemon Mewtwo. It's said that Mewtwo was created by recombining Mew's genes. Recombining? What do you mean? In order to make it extremely aggressive. Seems like it was some sort of experiment to create a powerful Pokemon. That's horrible. Yeah, I agree. So this recombined gene is the Berserk gene? That's right. And because of that gene, because that gene was what we used, R became what it is now. This is my dad in the photo. Have you seen him? Seems like he infiltrated this place about 2 months ago. Can't say I have, sorry. Although 2 months ago is when the factory manager got very upset saying R was stolen from the chemical storage area. Must have been my dad. Everyone here was frantically trying to find this intruder. Since then, they've really stepped up security. Thanks for the help earlier. We were able to make our way here. Pan. What? You don't care if you have to stay as long as Simon can go free? Truly is a dedicated Pokemon. Don't worry, Pan Sage. We'll figure something out.
Hey, Tim! Tim!
No wonder Keith was after Harry. We found out a lot, but there was something he said that got my attention. Chemical storage area? Exactly, the chemical storage area. That's where Harry got R. I wonder if that's where he got the photo of R. You were in the photo too, weren't you? Yeah, I must have been to this factory before. Been feeling that way ever since we entered this place. I wonder if you'll remember anything if we go to the chemical storage area. I know about that. We may find some clue about Harry. Let's ask Simon to see if we can get into the storage area. Excuse me, could you tell us where the chemical storage area is? We'd like to have a look. Oh, it's right above this room. Info on R should be there too. It's probably locked, but get it open with this key. Thank you very much. But are you sure this is wise? If they find out you're helping me. Don't worry about that. If anything happens to me, the production of R will stop completely. So they can't really do much. Just be careful you're not caught. Well, they could break your legs. Oh, one more thing. R that's in storage gets shipped out once we have enough. Depending on the timing, the storage could be empty. We'll have a look anyway. You said this was the last shipment, right? Where's it being shipped to? That's right, can't kill the cook. That I don't know, but I've got an idea about how we can find out. I'll start preparing for that. Just leave it to me. A key. It's a bed. Judging by how it looks, Pansage couldn't get around to washing the blankets. Ooh. Oh, I see his name come up in some publications. He's one of the top researchers in his field. Is this the machine they said was carried from the wharf? Looks like a tank more than a machine. A microscope. So that's what Mewtwo's cells look like. These are cans of some sort of health food. We should take one for Spinnerack. Sorry, Simon. Mind if we take one? Well, sure. I can't imagine why you'd want one. Tastes like hot garbage. Spinnerack. I'm a man of my word. Here you go. Spin, spin. Oh, the smell is enough to make me choke. You think you could wait on opening it and pull us up first? Spin. Pull us up. Shadow's not even here, Skip. No, we do things right here. Smells delicious. Good for you. Oh no! The chemical storage area should be ahead. It's right above Simon's room. We can't get through all of this. We don't have a choice. Let's get all this luggage out of the way. We need to make a path to the storage area. Oh my god. That blew it already. Whoa, we did it, Tim.
This room is familiar. I'm getting really close to remembering something.
Take a look at this. The export plan. Pikachu, this is an outline for their plans. Seems like Keith is going to export R. If R gets used all over the world, it'll be chaos. It'll be impossible to stop. First, let's figure out exactly what it is that they plan to do. Let's read exactly what it says. The biggest problem we face is that R can be only produced by using the machine under PCL. We must purchase a new production facility and establish a stable manufacturing system as soon as possible. We completed the purchase of the location a few days ago. The warehouse at Rhyme Wharf will be our first step in establishing a stable base of operations. Now we must find a wealthy patron, a suspiciously wealthy furry, who is comfortable keeping secrets. I'm currently in the process of using my underground connections to establish contacts among the upper class citizens. Once we manage to get those contacts, we should be able to use that network to reach out and expand our sales. Carlos should be close to completing his analysis of R. We will temporarily use the warehouse at Rhyme Wharf as our base, but our ultimate goal is to move the R production machinery overseas and establish a large-scale production facility there. But who? Who is this? It says the R experimentation report. I could find him. Must be a report of R. Looks like Carlos is the author. It must be from before we went to PCL. Let's see what it says. R has different properties depending on whether it is liquid or gas form. It allows it to be used in different ways depending on the situation. Both forms are nearly odorless, and only Pokemon with very acute sense of smell have any chance of detecting it. Example of gas form properties. Balloon used to cause the incident at the amusement park is the perfect example of R's properties as gas. R is dispersed by popping the balloon. The dispersal radius is approximately 3 feet, which is sufficient for most needs. The best way to utilize R is in liquid form. To utilize R in its liquid form is to inject it into food. R's effects are amplified when two types of liquid, red and green, are mixed together. In fact, the easiest way to gain the effects of R is to inject the red and green liquids separately into food. The R effects will be amplified for any Pokemon that consumes the food. Here I will lay out the potential future development of R. Currently, R is transported using special vials. However, these vials break easily and also prevent efficient mixing into the liquids. Prevent efficient mixing of the liquids. We have begun working on a capsule form to counter these drawbacks. By storing R in a durable capsule device, my hope is to improve its portability while reducing the risk of damage. Additionally, I plan to incorporate a device that allows the two separate liquids to be mixed whenever the user chooses. In other words, the capsule device will allow the user to disperse the mixed R automatically with no restrictions on time or place. Hey there, Quintuple, how you doing? There still exists a need to gather more experimental data and improve R. Currently, R has two major drawbacks. The effects are temporary, and it's impossible to communicate with a Pokemon under the influence of R. My plan is to continue the research on R in order to develop a new version that will allow the power-enhancing effects to last an extended period of time, while also allowing a Pokemon's partner to communicate with it. Talk about top secret documents. Keith is trying to develop R into an even more dangerous substance, but now we know exactly what his plans are.
That Keith. He's making preparations to export R.
We gotta stop Keith's plan. Let's let Mr. Baker and Inspector Holliday know immediately. Still, no evidence on where Dad might be. Pikachu, what's wrong? Uh-oh. You're curious about what's in the box? Yeah. That's strange. It's Dad's head. That's strange. Think it's a memory of when you came with Dad? Not sure, but can you open it up?
So what do you think this is?
Peanut butter.
I could swear that I've seen this thing before. Well, let's open it and see what's inside.
Shouldn't we make sure it's safe before we... Pikachu! This is why I didn't want you to open it yet! Pikachu! Pikachu!
Uh-oh. Pikachu's bugging out. He tripping, yo.
Pikachu. 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 Pikachu.
Oh, yeah. I guess that wasn't a dream at all.
Pikachu.
Hmm? Oh, Tim, hi.
Are you alright? I knew you shouldn't have opened that up.
Yeah. But it made me remember something. It would seem I made quite the commitment.
What do you mean? What did you promise and to who? Ha! Brace yourself for a shock. It was Mewtwo! What? You mean that Mewtwo? The one whose cells they used to make R? That's right. What in the world did you promise Mewtwo then? You see, I promised to recover the Berserk gene and capture the mastermind of the whole R case. In my dream, I was pleading with Mewtwo to save Harry. My guess is it offered to help me if I was able to help it out first. But why would it rely on you to do such an important thing? What do you mean? I'm a great detective. I bet Mewtwo heard of my reputation and decided I was trustworthy. I mean, I can't remember the details, but still. Something tells me you made the last bit up. Hey, this ain't a bit, alright? Get out of here.
Well, so far so good.
Yeah. Tim, close the door now.
What?
Just close the door. Hurry!
Hold it, pal. Hey now, who are you?
Uh-oh, not good.
Open this door!
What should we do? He's gonna get us, Pikachu!
Seems we're trapped, like a Rattata in a cage.
I know you're in
Despite all my rage.
Are you ready? You gotta open up the door just as he tries to smash into it.
Got it.
Now's our chance.
Close the door.
Pikachu, let's use that.
You're done. I'm coming after you.
Excelgor, distract him for us. Selgor.
Oh yeah? You wanna fight?
Selgor.
Are we gonna throw a crate at him?
Take this.
Woohoo! We did it.
What?
You think this'll stop me?
What?
Well, apparently not.
Where are you? I'm coming for you.
Push him off the railing.
Good luck with that. Tim, now's our chance.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna get you.
I didn't want to do it. This is murder. We headed to the first floor to rescue Simon. However, he proposed an idea that took us completely off guard.
Oh, perfect. There's a container right here. It's just big enough for the two of you. Go on, get it.
What's it for anyway?
The product being shipped today. Guys from the organization will take it. So that should get you right to their headquarters.
It's our only clue. We've got to take this chance.
All right then.
You're gonna put some air holes in there?
Your notes on their plans. Great idea, Tim. We're counting on you, Excelgor. Cell, gone!
Cell gone.
Here they come. Hurry!
All right. Come on, Pikachu. But what about you?
I'll be fine. Don't worry. Be super careful. Good luck to you both.
I don't know about this one, Tim. Chapter 8. Where R goes, we goes. We stayed as quiet as we could in there. in the dark for quite a long time, all to figure out where R would eventually end up.
We need that container too? Nah, it doesn't have the mark. Just food. This should be it then. Yep, we better get moving. Chief Norman is not a very patient guy. That's for sure. You got it? Yeah, I got it.
What happens if someone put a box over our box? We'd be dead.
I think they're gone. Here, let me help you.
Hey, stop treating me like a Pokémon. Whew. Ah, freedom at last. Is this some kind of storage space? It looks like a factory.
It's not fair that Shadow doesn't have to watch this.
Think it's their base?
I'm not sure if it's their base, but we know the containers with R in them were taken to him. Now what?
We look for R, and then I'll bet you we find Keith.
Sounds good to me. Let's get going.
That Rattata. Generation 1.
Where did the containers go? Let's follow the trail, Tim.
They must use chains to hold the containers up. Yeah, what happens if the chains were... Like, what happens if the containers were strapped up? Like, we'd be dead. I don't know about this plan. We got very lucky here. Feel like a schedule for inspection duty. It'll be a hassle if we're seen by someone. Let's not linger too long. Plot armor, exactly. It's like we're a protagonist for an adventure game or something. Rattata and a... The f is that? Hey, Rattata. Can you tell us about this place? Rattata. The best? Is it that good? Rattata, Rattata. Oh, I see. You've got a lot of good food and you've also made a good friend, huh? Wait, have we met you before? Rattata. You said they came through here, headed up in the elevator we just passed. We need to follow them. Yeah, let's hurry. What is our plan here? We have no weapons. What the hell is that? It's Rattata with a mustache? Looks like a Rattata. Is it a different Pokemon? Rattata. You cry. I guess you're Rattata after all. It has a more subdued coloring than usual, and its body shape is a little different too. Rattata. You're not sure. You got lost and ended up here after wandering around aimlessly. Rattata. The food where you were before was fresher. But you made a friend here, so it's the best. I guess that's good. Rattata. You don't know. You were too busy talking to your friend here to pay attention. Rattata. It's fun when you hang out together. I'm glad you two get along. Best friends forever. It's Italian Rattata, exactly. Like, what is the plan? We go up and they're there.
Let's be careful, Tim, okay?
Yeah. Huh?
It's the cruise ship. A Lapras in the pool? I thought it was sparkling idiots. Frillish.
Frill? Frill? Thank you.
Is it some kind of resort?
Oh, we're gonna get kicked out. It's seagulls. Or wingles.
Can't be. A resort in the middle of the sea?
I guess so. What else could it be?
Ah, this is what's called a luxury cruise ship.
The SS Prime Treasure.
You think they're using a cruise ship to smuggle stuff?
This is no good. If so, we need to find Keith, and quickly.
Right.
Hey, Tim! Tim!
Maybe someone saw the man carrying the container. Let's ask around the deck.
This is a great spot. Tim, you agree with me, don't you?
Pikachu, we're on a case here. You're out of line. Yes. How about the luxury cruise ship? The service is fantastic. And the food here is also first class. I couldn't imagine using any other ship for traveling. You've been on this ship a lot. Yes, I've been here and there. I still like Rhyme City, though. It's a nice city. Was there someone like that? I didn't notice. Didn't notice the men with the luggage. To live so carefree. Yes. How about the luxury cruise ship? It's my first time on the Prime Treasure. I plan to enjoy it as much as I can. How about the man with the luggage? I don't think I saw anyone like that. I was too busy enjoying the view of the sky. May I help you? Where are your tickets? If there's any problem, please don't hesitate to let us know. Should you wish to use the pool, we have towels available as well. Nah, we're okay. Thank you very much. Men with luggage? No, sir, I haven't seen them. It's very strange, though. We usually only allow freight to be moved around at night when all our customers have retired. Retired? Can I help you? We always come on board this ship for the Carnival. I bet you get a great view of the parade. That's true too, but this ship is a special place for us. You see, this is where my husband proposed to me. Oh. He even had a special bouquet of flowers for me. That sounds lovely. What kind of bouquet? Hee hee, you should ask my husband. Oh, okay. I don't really care. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone like that come this way. What can I get for you? Tell me about the bouquet. Oh, my bouquet. Oh, did my wife tell you about it, man? Well, you see, the bouquet is actually the fireworks. There's a large fireworks display before the parade at night. So, you know, I call him and call my bouquet for her. Oh, that's not really a bouquet then. Somehow I didn't think you know much about romance. Damn. Cutting me like a knife. My wife and I always come on board this ship when the carnival season gets near. This year's carnival is going to be great too. Men with luggage? No, I haven't seen them. They haven't come this way. Aren't you hot dressed like that? Excuse me, lady? I'm a child. No, wait, we're not a child. We're in university. About the luxury cruise ship. I was told there was a special selection process and the plebs couldn't get on board. But maybe they were mistaken. You managed to get on after all. Bitch. Huh? You want some trouble or something? Pikachu, calm down. I'm gonna rough her up. About the man with the luggage. Man with luggage? She did it. We'll pin all the crimes on her. Nope, doesn't ring a bell. About the Cincenos. Are the Cincino behind you your partners? Yes, they are. I'm glad you could tell. Aren't they adorable? We even won some Pokemon contests before. Their fur is so fluffy and glossy. Huh, what? You have a problem with my fur or something, Tim? I didn't say anything. Chino? About the luxury cruise ship. Chino. It's always super clean and fun to be here. Do you ride the ship often? Chino, you've been on it a lot of times, even since you were a Mincino. Man, I'm jealous. Kerr? Why is there a Lapras in the pool, though? There's a show at the pool and you'll be performing too. When is it gonna be? Tomorrow, huh? I don't think I'll be able to watch. Well, good luck. What happened in the crime factory? Don't worry about it. Lapras is playing with you. Well, that's nice of it to do. Brio? What's that? You're part of a show that happens in the pool? What kind of show is it? Brio. You create balloons that can fit a Pokemon inside. It's pretty impressive. I didn't realize you had that kind of talent. Yes, do you need me? About the luxury cruise ship. The passengers on this ship are very high profile, so the staff usually don't start carrying luggage until nighttime to avoid being a disturbance. But today I've seen men carrying things wandering around already. They came through here? Yes, I saw them pass by. They were heading towards the lounge. The lounge? Yes, you see the two doors past the pillars? Go through the one on the right and go straight. Thank you very much. Frill? It's too big and confusing, you got lost? Frill. You get so lost that the drinks would cool off by the time you get to where you're going? Well, I mean... And that's why you don't serve any hot beverages? It's big enough that you get lost even if you work here, huh? Well, then you're just bad.
Hey, Tim.
Let's head to the lounge. Straight ahead. I'm glad no one's stopping us.
Oh, wow. This is impressive.
Everything is super luxurious.
Okay, let me see your notes. That's not too bad at all.
Just drop it on the floor? Okay, I think this will be a good time to call it there for tonight. I'll probably finish it next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we will see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. And have a good night.